Hey everyone, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. I figured since I had the opportunity, I'm going to show you how I wind a garage door spring. This is just entertainment purposes only. Garage door springs are very dangerous, so you have to use caution. But I'm going to show you how I do it. I don't do the vice grip thing. I think it's an extra step. Some of you guys do the vice grips. That's fine. In the comments below, let's see how many people do vice grips versus just the standard way. Let's say the Uncle Dave way. There's no really right or wrong. It's just as long as you get it done and you get it done safely and you get to keep all your fingers. So let's get started. Winding bars look good. We use the ratchet, at least I do, the special socket.
One more thing.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Obviously, it's very important to make sure you got that spring pointing the right way. You always got to go which way it's pointing, the end of that tip. Here's those clopes. That tip, you always got to go that way though. And remember, when we turn it this way, when we clamp it, it wants to spin this way, which will torque the torsion tube, right? Which in turn, once you tighten that down, is going to want to pick up the cable, right? Like I said, this is very, if you don't know what you're doing, I also got to make sure we didn't tighten that up. I got to tighten that up. Even Uncle Dave forgets things. Let's get that tightened. It's nice to have not the round winding bars. This stuff can just sit there. Sometimes on the tag, they'll tell you how many turns. That one over there did. It said it was 10.6. This one's not saying, but I'm going to assume it's right about the same. It is nice too if you can leave the stickers on them so the next person knows what the spring is. Next installer might have a date on it. Just some weird information. That's kind of nice to know. Big thing too that a lot of people struggle with is when you wind garage door springs. So if you're ordering these things off Amazon or something, look at the rhythm. They'll fumble like this. I'll see them go like this a lot, right? They don't know how to do the bar. Remember, it's just a hand grab, right? One hand to the other, just a hand grab. So watch me. I go up. I'm actually pushing with my palm. I insert. I release. Right? There's tension. The thing is, why you don't, some of them won't matter, but the ends are different. So I don't want this smaller end. I want this bigger end of my winding bar. So like I said, I put it down. I put it in this one. I lift up like that. Be careful. I'm putting light pressure on everything to make sure it stays in, because if this comes off right now, it's going to be a nightmare. And like I said, I switched, went back down, back up, put it back in your palm, lift back up, stick it in, release, palm. None of this goofy. I see people do this, you know. How do they do it? I can't even do it. They go like this. They'll go like this. They go cross arm. Like this. This is how they'll do it. I watch people go cross arm like this. And this is really hard on my shoulders. I don't even think a Surewinder or a spring turner would fit in this situation. So like I said, up, hold it, release, back down to this hand, straight up. That way this tip always stays up. Up, in, release. Up, in, release. And the nice thing is now, I can take a break if I want to. It's just sitting there, which is nice why it has a strut. If not, you can always get a piece of cardboard or something for this area if you need to. If you're kind of an amateur, it'd be nice to have somebody on the ground in case you need something, because that could happen. So then we're going to count. I'm going to count the coils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 turns on this spring so far. And like I said, this is entertainment purposes only. Don't sue me, bro. you should hire a trained professional, that is for sure, because this is very, very dangerous. I've seen people with broken arms. Another thing I'm going to check is I'm starting to get a little nervous. Is my shaft is stretching because the spring is expanding, so my shaft's pushing that way. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I got enough shaft down there. Which I do. I got about 3 inches roughly. So let's get this on a number here. So we can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 10. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back around to about 11 because everything seems like it's been kind of underpowered. So we're gonna go like this. We're sitting at 11. Boom. Like I said, I like the hexagon ones instead of the round ones. It'll sit up there for me. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double check, right? Be a good boy. I'm sure it's fine. I'm actually gonna double check this side. Yeah, it's sitting a, you know, they're gonna put a jack shaft opener on here, so I'm hovering this way. I'm gonna bring it back just a touch. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna use my ratchet. You can use a 3/8 open end wrench, that's fine. That'll fit on these. So you can also use a 7/16 ratchet wrench. I just like this because it sits on there better. And also pay attention when I'm doing. You can get kind of wild with these, and you can actually dump this bar could fall out. So you got to be really, 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 really careful. So I'm holding pressure right now. I'm actually pushing up gently on this bar with my wrist to make sure this bar does not come out. But this is going to act like my vice grips. It's going to lock the shaft down. Give it some not enough where you're punching through the shaft. There's that. Now, we're going to come over here. I see a lot of guys struggle. Even Mr. Caleb, I think, still struggles with this. So I like to set this home, right? This is how I do it. I just get this puppy out where you can work on it. Right, here's your drum. Hopefully it's going the right way, which this one is, thank goodness. And what I'm doing is see how I'm wrapping this cable. I'm actually keeping it as tight as I can. The tighter, the better. It'll save you variables. And then I like to squeeze this just a touch. Push on it. Get all the slack out of it. Now I got pressure on it. One thing I do is I actually use my thumb and my hand right now. I'm putting pressure on it. I don't want to take any pressure off it because I want it to keep it nice and tight. It's going to keep everything more true. Because if your door's all level and everything, you will, and you can see even as tight as I did, I still got just a little bit of slop in there. That's okay. That's all right. We did as tight as we could, at least with muscle power. Get on there, baby. And like I said, everything's tied in right now to this. You know, everything's sitting here on this. This is tied in. This is tightened down. Now I'm going to go here. Like I said, I'm tightening this down. I give these ones a little extra since they're going to put a wall mount jack shaft on it. So there's going to be a little more torque, in my opinion. Can't validate that, but there we go. So there's that. Also, sometimes it doesn't hurt to check, make sure your cable didn't get caught on anything on the way up. I did it on that door. So, oh, it was fun. Things happen. Things happen. I just tie them so they're up here for me. These cables. There we go. Okay, same thing. This thing's loose. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there as tight as I can. I want about the same force as over there, so I'm gonna leave it actually a little. I'm gonna crank down on it as hard as I was gonna. So this is working good. I'm gonna go ahead and finger tighten these. Remember, this spring right now is just sitting here. This other one over here is dead. There's no spring tension on it. We'll wind that afterwards. This set screws being a little funny. Oh, baby. Okay, I'm gonna feel this. That's probably about accurate right about there. Go ahead and smooch her down. I forgot I was going to check one more thing on this to see if this is a good way. I was talking about in a video, if some of my seasoned vets are watching this, about this radius being funny. So I've been playing around a little bit. So let me break in here for a second. Just see if I try this, if this will even work. I've been practicing a little bit. And I know this isn't nothing that's proven, but I was just trying to find a theory behind it. If I shoot it down that, oh no, that's the door. I was shooting for the door. Okay, so right on that door, we're about halfway on that drum. So this one's good, okay. Let's go over here. Let's do this one. So that one looks a little wide in my opinion. That's a little wide. We're shooting right down that drum. It's not bad. My backhand could be off a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with my backhand, just sighting it. Okay, I'm gonna shoot for that. Okay, so we'll resume the normal operation here. Okay, so we're back to this. All right, so here we go. There's that. Get this one all snugged up and good. Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. Okay, so everything's basically tied in. Our spring is ready to deliver power. Now here's the thing, right? This door isn't going to do anything. Sometimes people use the vice grips, but I don't want to damage in the wall and stuff like that and marring this thing up. The place is beautiful. So here we go. So we take this, right? We lift up gently. We let this, we go slow, right? Go slow. Now, I don't know if this is just something I learned or seen. I always like to give the door a little jiggle. This one feels pretty tight, so I'm gonna really torque on this one. So I'm not gonna do that. But I wanna see if the door jiggles, which one lifts first. But I can tell right now it's still pretty heavy. So you gotta remember that basically half of this spring is picking up half this door. That spring's not wound yet, so that side's dead. Not in theory. Now both cables have tension on them, right? I mean, like this one. That's got tension on it. It's just not enough to pick it up because, you know, that one's not wound yet. But you can see the turns on that one. So let's go ahead and wind this spring up, and then the door will want to lift. I'm kind of in a bad spot, so I might have to move here. And when you first start out, be real careful not to let your bar go, because I have had it slip out. It can hurt the concrete. It can bounce, hit a wall, hit a car. So wait till you got about almost like a turn on it before you really start cooking on this thing. I don't like being right under this thing, because if I slip, my hand lets go, it whacks me in the face. So I'm probably going to move to the side here in a second. There's that. And fuzz more. There we go. That feels better. That feels better. And now if my hand fails or my glove or something, it slips. It don't come down and hit me right in the face. Whew. Man, I take a little sure winder right about now. Man, like I said, start sweating. Baby. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming home to 8. That's 8. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. 9. There's 9 coming up. 9. Coming on to 10. There's 10. definitely getting tired. I think we're gonna shoot for that. Just the way it's feeling. I can always put one more. I think I'll do it. I'm gonna do it because I feel like I've been low every time. So let's just go ahead and throw one more on there. Okay, there we go. It's resting. I gotta take a break for a minute. I'm just gonna finger tighten these. Like I said, hold on to my bar again. Go like this. Ratchet this puppy down. There we go. There we go. Let's get it. There we go. There's that. Now we got to use caution, right? Because this door could come up and be a hot rocket door and kill us, which would not be good. No, this one's launching perfectly. So that's obviously our cables are off a little bit. This one's perfect. So I got my cables good. If you ever notice when you do this, this is probably for more of the seasoned vets. One side of the door will lift, it'll catch just a little bit. So that's obviously our cables are off a little bit, but this one's perfect. Feels great. Perfect. Feels great. And next I'll do the back hangs, but you can watch that somewhere else. We got the spring done. All right, guys. This job is pretty much wrapped up. We got to do some weather seal. I'm going to come back another day because it's raining. Otherwise, it looks good. I mean, if you guys see anything or come across anything or got anything, put it in the comments below. Otherwise, if you guys always have any questions for me, you can always hit me up at daveadubson@gmail.com. I put it in the description below. Otherwise, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm ready for a shower. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. If you wouldn't mind the way out, give it a thumbs up. I hope it helps somebody out. I hope you have a good dang day. And remember, keep your fingers. See ya.